back to the shop. I'm Spike. This is a 91 F100 truck that I'm doing with a 91 fuel injected motor. But I guess I ended up killing the fuel rail in, so now I have no power. So we've got two options here. We throw the V8 in it, or we pull this manifold and intake off and get the carbureted one. So I was looking online last night because I spent 2 weeks already trying to chase down all the shit, what was wrong with the fuel injected and fuel pump for the ignition and all this stuff to work. None of it's working. I've got no power between all the points, everything what the diagram and the Ford says to check. I burnt both computers out, everything. So this system is not going to work anymore for me for the fuel injected. Saw a guy last night what took this upper part off, made his own intake bracket for the top of this two-piece to be able to put a 2-barrel or a single carb on it. Considering now I've got 2 of these motors, what I burnt both computers up because I swapped them to figure out what was going on. So I did find from Summit the whole intake runner, carburetor, the fuel system, all that stuff. So while we're waiting on that, we'll make the one for the other motor testing with this one. So let's get this manifold off. Alright, we got all the bolts out. Let's break this seal and get this thing off so far. Connected to that. Second plant underneath. Come on, let go. Wonder where that one went. Alright, so we got this upper part off. So just imagine this being a 4-barrel instead of a 2-barrel 500 CFM carb. Like something about here, and then we make all these runners, square plate and everything for it. For the other motor, something like that, you know. I mean, I got this 500. Might as well try something new, right? Okay, so we got this thing off. So now we can take this runner piece, what we need, what is opposite. This plate of steel, we can make our bracket, cut it all out so it fits that for inside here. So we're going to make that first plate, and then we can do our runners off of that plate, our bolt holes, get everything welded in for our studs, and then the square part for the carb to sit on. We just got to make sure each draw is roughly the same for the backing pole in, and then what parts we need for it. So I'm correct on the new kit that I am ordering for the intake manifold, because the carb will be here and it will already have its ports into it, because I'm getting a 400 4-barrel carburetor with 500 CFMs. I don't think I will need my vacuum control sensor for here, and then the two sensors all over my throttle perception system, and then that recarb fucking sensor I won't need. Should be able to leave all the electronic stuff for the distributor. Should be fine, because the truck does want to start on, you know, good old sauce. So she'll start on that, but because I burnt out the fuel injected rails, so none of that shit is powering up anymore. So if they don't have power, they ain't spraying fuel. Fuel pump might run because I have it on and off on switch, but if those things don't open up to pulsate because of all the shit it's got to run through to the PCU for the computer and shit, once you burn that out, that's it. That's done. So, easy fix. Throw a fucking carburetor on it. Alright, so, starting to get some of these bolts out for the intake. So we got our new parts in. I'm still waiting on a piece of equipment so we can make the high rise for the other carburetor and stuff for the other motor later. But we did get our carbs in, our gaskets. We got a second carb, our fuel stuff, and our new intake. Woohoo! So we're getting a lot done. So now I'm gonna find my tool for do the fuel lines, get them disconnected. I think I can hopefully get that pulled off. So, let me find those. Okay, I think we got it pretty much free. Now we can get it out. And we are out. Whew. Whew. Oh, that was fun. Well, we have it out. Woohoo! Of course, I did just notice didn't have to take out that bolt and that one over there, and then that one, because that one is through the bracket for the alternator, what's holding on that piece. So now I gotta get those three bolts back in, hopefully, because I don't feel like taking this whole bracket off. There's like 4 bolts holding this alternator bracket on for this stupid thing, and they looks like they sent me the wrong one, because I got a 3-wire hookup when I'm supposed to have 2 different plugs. So this one's right, but this one is the one I need for this alternator. But the wiring is here, So I'm thinking, because I can feel like hard connection in here underneath the tape, so I'll just probably take that apart, and hopefully it shouldn't be that hard to plug these in. I don't want to have to go get another brand new alternator. Still have to get bolts for the thing to bolt in, because I snapped those for the old one. Oh, it's getting hot in here, so I'm taking a break.
A few moments later.
Alright, so I got those 3 bolts back in. Whew. The last one, that was a pain to get the header to come up a little bit to get it in the hole. So now I figure out the fuel line system, and we got to see if the manifold's gonna fit. Whew, is it hot? So we got to get these things to release from here somehow. Can't remember which way I'm supposed to. I think I'm supposed to be on the outside. So we'll figure these out. I think I got to put the tool inside here. Yeah, I think that's where I got to go with them. So I can get these off, and then I can get new, the plastic clips what clip in to hold these on. Because we're probably going to end up cutting these here anyways and flaring them so we can put the rubber lines on so we can hook up to the new intake and carbs. Whew. I'll try to get those off real quick. I got my injector lines, or the fuel lines, off the injected rail. We pulled our vacuum port for the one side. I still got to find another bolt for this side. That one down there is too big. So see if we can get this in place. How am I not going to fit for that hole, is it? No hole there. Oh, there's a hole there. Whew. Whew. I feel like I'm missing a bolt for some reason. Hopefully something goes there. I don't know what. Over there. Whew. It's not gonna reach there. Right there. Whew. is hot today. We're just gonna get this lightly snug. Whew. Oh, wait. Oh, we got intake. Carb on. I'm obviously gonna have to get some linkage. And maybe a spacer. Whew. Alright. My linkage is going to be hitting. Definitely gonna need a riser plate. Yep. Hey, this is a pretty good start so far. We are getting there. Even back lines are in the way for that side. So, yeah, we're definitely gonna need a spacer. Whew. So I guess that's where I'm at for now. So I still need more parts. At least the intake fits. That was a pain getting the old one off. Carb, we need a spacer. And we got to order linkage, cables. I need cable for the manual choke. Obviously, we're going to need an air filter because we didn't get one of those yet. And I think I need a couple more bolts for here and there. So we are getting there. So I guess until I get more parts, stay tuned for next time.
Later.